Hey guys, I'm Scott Trulock, Trulock Chokes. We're here in the shop today going to talk a little bit about our C3 chokes that we make for scholastic age shooters. C3 collegiate custom choke. These chokes are, the idea behind them kind of came about as an accident. Honestly, I was asked to make some custom chokes for a college shooter several years ago, and I wanted to do something a little different than anything else we'd done, just because. We got to thinking about it, and maybe there's something there that we can do to help school age, not just of any school age, up through college, grade school, high school, what have you, to give them a bit of an edge against some of the guys they may be shooting against that have got really nice setups and can afford to buy the best of everything. Wanted to do this a fully custom choke at a price that most folks can afford. These things do not cost a great deal more than our standard sporting clays chokes. So the idea behind it is we give a shooter a fully customized choke for their gun. We measure the bores on them and then make the chokes in any exit diameter they want to their gun. So they have got one that is a choke that is true to bore, and that generally gives you better patterns when you've got true to bore constrictions in your shotgun. Versus the rest of our chokes are based on nominal bore diameter, not actual bore diameter, because it's just impossible to manufacture chokes in a mass capacity at each different barrel's bore diameter. Just not going to happen. So that's the idea behind the C3, and we're trying to. We'd like to see this become something you see everywhere. We would really like to push this market and get, I think once shooters try these versus the chokes they're using now, I think they'll see the difference between the C3 custom made to their gun versus whatever they happen to be shooting now. We make these, currently we make them in both silver, bright finish, and black oxide, and like I say, in any exit diameter shooter wishes. See our banner back here behind us, custom chokes for scholastic shooters, and that is the only folks we sell these to. These are designed for school age shooters, not pros or just anybody on the street to come in and pick up. We won't sell these knowingly to anybody except for a scholastic age shooter. So each choke we make is after it comes off of the lathes and the mills, then I take over on every one of these things. I put my hands on every one of them, and I measure them to make sure that they are what they're supposed to be. I hand polish the outside, whether it's getting bright or black finish. I hand polish the outside of these chokes, and I hone the inside of the chokes to give the slickest finish that we could possibly get on these things. Not that it's going to mean much to most folks, but on an RA scale, most of these come off at around a 4, which is ridiculously slick. And then I mark each and every one of them and send them out the door wherever they're going. Let's go out to the shop. We'll talk a little more about how we make these things and show you the machines they're actually made on. Maybe you can hear me over the noise in the shop, but this particular machine is what we make probably 90% of the C3 chokes on. It's on my 3-axis lathe. Really, when they come off of this, they don't need much polishing because this machine does such a good job of making the choke. But I want it to be perfect, so when they do when they're almost finished, before they go on the laser or the black oxide, I'm polishing and honing the bores and the ODs on them. But each choke start with a piece of solid bar cut up to 36 inches, and it feeds into the machine. And the machine does its work, drilling, turning, threading, what have you, and then hopefully you get a good part out the other end. Now we're going to kick it over to Owen Haas, Trulock pro staffer and FSU college shooter. He's going to give you a demonstration and give you his thoughts on Trulock C3 choke tubes.